Hi, everybody. This is Matt Young, PAML principal. Today's December 18th, and this is my communication to families for the week. Another smooth week in the books for us. I wanted to just orient everybody to this really funny picture that Sarah Magoon sent me over here. Seventh graders mesmerized by the excavator out their window. They were done pretty early. It was a pretty minimal disruption, but the exciting news is that that excavator was installing a propane tank that's part of a ventilation project for our gymnasium that's very necessary even before COVID. But COVID has given us sort of the push, and also I think some of the emergency funding sources to get it done. So that project should be completed over the break. And it's just really, cool to see a project of this size getting completed in the middle of the school year. This is something, that's something that, that we typically reserve for the summer. So that's exciting. On the bottom here, Mr. Weiss is launching a CO2 car, and I'll share a little bit more about that with you a little deeper in the presentation. Let's see. As always, my objectives for this communication is to communicate our focus on safety, alleviate as much fear and anxiety just by sharing what we know, and also communicating our focus on high quality and rigorous learning, even during this unique time. Like I've said all along, our safety procedures and processes in place in the building only go so far. What's really going to keep this ship afloat is everyone's behavior out in the community. So please wear a mask, wash your hands often, practice physical distancing, stay home when you're sick, travel only when it's essential, and avoid multi-household gatherings. I'm including some, ideas around the outside of this slide that have been surfacing this week from Governor Scott's office, that we did not experience this anticipated Thanksgiving surge in cases. The test positivity rate, the 7-day average, actually decreased in the 2 weeks following Thanksgiving, and so that so what leads us to believe that what we did over Thanksgiving worked, and we need to do it again over Christmas in order to be able to keep our cases reasonable, and so we can stay open for in-person instruction. And just today, Governor Scott echoed that idea in his press conference and said, what you're doing is working, and we just need to keep it up a little while longer. So please, let's make sure we keep wearing our masks. Let's avoid social gatherings. And let's keep things going the way they've been going recently, which is very well. If you do need to be out of school, like always, I'm just keeping this in here so people have it accessible. All three of the links on this slide is how you can stay connected. Like I said last week, just a tiny little, bumping back of our dismissal to 2:40. And students riding the bus will leave at 2:45. We're going to continue, the idea of, avoiding social gatherings through the Christmas break. If folks do engage in social gatherings over the break, we will ask that they stay out of school. We just want to make sure that everybody knows that's still in place. Couple of things that I got to see this week, which was really fun. In 7th grade science, I saw folks following procedures, creating testable questions, and recording data. Ms. LaPointe is doing a fun inquiry-based activity where there's a middle school student who has something wrong with their small intestine, and they're trying to figure out what it is. Here, the students are using iodine to test for starch. So it's real classic science-y stuff going on there. And in design tech, I popped in to see the CO2 cars get launched, raced. I don't know. And that was fun to watch. I took some super slow-mo video and made a little YouTube video. Mr. White does a nice job of linking these really fun activities to pretty thoughtful learning targets, and the kids seem really excited about their cars. Oops. And as promised, I'm including some details for our remote Wednesday activity. Some even further details are at this link right here. We're going to try to do a little movie watch party. We're going to send kids home with some snacks on Monday and Tuesday. And I just want to be clear that, we very intentionally decided on this remote activity so that we could preserve Monday and Tuesday for in-person instruction. That time is really valuable to us, and we want to preserve as much of it as possible leading up to the break. We'll have TA at 8:30. We'll have a 9 o'clock all-school community meeting, and then we'll kick the movies off right after that. So it should be a good time. And that's all I have. I didn't get any questions in the form this week again. I hope that means everybody knows what's going on. And have a great weekend. Have a great holiday. And we'll see you in the new year.